Welcome everybody to Fairview High School for a Friday night football game between the Fairview High School Yellow Jackets, undefeated 2-0 coming into this night against the CreekWood Redhawks from Dixon County. Fairview definitely is up for this game. Blackout night in Fairview, good pretty night here in Fairview. Waiting for definitely a huge night. Fairview's going to receive the kickoff. The kickoff comes down the field. Fairview Yellow Jackets is going to receive the ball, and they get the ball out to midfield. Fairview's going to take over, first down and 10 at about the 29-yard line. Yellow Jackets coming into this game are going to be undersized on the evening. Talking to Coach Hughes before the game, CreekWood is a big and physical team, and the Yellow Jackets, although they have been ranked #1 in the state in strength and success rankings and also #8 in the AP poll, have a huge task in front of them. Quick toss out to the left side, picked up by Ethan Cassidy. Cassidy loses the football, but the Yellow Jackets jump back on the ball. Ethan, although loses the ball, Devin Penner is going to bail him out this time by jumping on the ball and wrestling the ball away. It's going to be Fairview Yellow Jacket football at the 32-yard line. Ethan doesn't normally lose the handle on the ball, but he was hit from 2 or 3 sides, and the ball pops free. 32-yard line, second down, Yellow Jackets. Second down, under center, Yellow Jackets have the ball handed off right side. Dragged down from behind by number 5 by the Redhawks. It's going to be a third down and long, third down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Quay Talley bringing down Penner that time for a loss on the play, third down and 10. Yellow Jackets, no huddle on the year, have been a very good team, scoring 41 and 49 respectively in the first 2 games on the year. Snap back, going back to throw the football out to the left side. Penner gets the pass, but he's brought down for no gain on the play. Very well defended that time by the Redhawks of CreekWood. Fairview coached by Chris Hughes, Frank Simmons, Mike Merritt, Chris Butler, Steve Skelton, Ron King, Mike Motley, Chris Smith, Nathan Blankenship. On this first possession, the Yellow Jackets back to kick the ball away. Snap back is good, kick away, good high kick down the field. Is going to be fumbled, and it's going to be picked up by the Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets are going to take over in Redhawk territory. First down, Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets get the first break of the evening. They now have the opportunity to take the ball and drive inside the 35-yard line at the 34. They have the opportunity now to take the ball and move deep inside territory of the Redhawks. This game's brought to you by the students of the Yellow Jacket Media Department: Yanni Parker, Martin Binkley, David Higgins, Ethan Allison, Jerica Hilton. Commentary done tonight by Kevin Anderson, Tim French. The taping, Michon Ramey and Bob King, your producer extraordinaire. Handoff up the middle, Ethan Cassidy. Cassidy is going to be hit by the big 6'9", 320 lineman of the Redhawks. Cassidy this time has number 79 right there to meet him, and number 79, I want to make sure I give you the stat correctly. 6'6", 320, excuse me. He's not 6'9". I gave him an extra 3 inches on the play. Shotgun formation. Cassidy in the backfield beside of Raines. Snap back, rolling out to his right, looking downfield, going to throw the ball. He gets the ball down the field. It's going to be just a little bit overthrown, out of the reach of the Yellow Jacket intended receiver.
Third down, 8.
Incomplete on the play. It's going to be third down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets in this game come into the game, as I've mentioned, ranked number 8 by the AP poll in the state 3A football. It's the earliest that I can recall that the Yellow Jackets have been ranked this high in the state after game 2. This pass going down the field, it's going to be thrown, but we have, it looks like, a penalty on the play. We're going to see if that penalty is going to be pass interference against CreekWood. it could be a huge break for the Yellow Jackets early. While we're waiting on the play here, let's give you a few of the stats that have made this Yellow Jacket team the success that they have been on the year. Season stats, Daniel Raines has already accumulated 7 touchdowns on the year with 23 rushes for 160 yards, and it is a penalty that's going to give the Yellow Jackets first down and 10 yards to go at the 17-yard line.
Will be the first.
The long play on the year for Raines is 28 yards. Second on the team in rushing is Ethan Cassidy, the bus. 16 carries for 99 yards. Back up under center this time is Raines. Behind him is Cassidy. In motion is Bach. Cassidy gets the handoff, trips. Looks like he tripped on the 20-yard line. Crashes forward to the 17, so no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
The Yellow Jackets come into this game with a total offensive yards, with their total offensive yards on the season of 740 on the year, which is a 370-yard average per game. Shotgun formation this time for the Yellow Jackets. Clock winding down. Shotgun formation, looking around. Raines gets the pass down the field, and it's caught inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. It's going to be first down and goal for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets moving as they have been doing all year long against everybody they have played. First game of the year against a very tough East Robertson team. The first 6 times they touched the ball on offense, they get into the end zone for 6 points each time. Now, first down goal, ball inside the 5. Raines takes it, moves down toward the goal line. He's getting a big push by the line. It's going to be close. It's down to the 1-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. Critical offensive series here for the Yellow Jackets to push the ball inside to score and take a quick lead on the first offensive series. Actually, it's the second offensive series after the Buff punt. Cassidy gets the ball. It's pushed. We're going to look for the hands to go up into the air, but no, they're spotting it down inside the 1-yard line. The 3/4 of 1-yard line. It is spotted down. It's 3rd down and goal. Ball just inside the 1-yard line. Red Hawk defense, again, the center of their defense has a 6'6", 320-pound massive front. So the Yellow Jackets may look to try to go outside that, and they do. Raines tries to go outside. They throw the ball, and it's knocked down. Try to get it to Bach, but number 1 on the defense knocks it down. Great play that time by Jacob Mayer. Knocks it down out of Bach's hands. Goes incomplete. Now the Yellow Jackets are faced with an opportunity to here. You've got 1st and goal from the 4. Now it's 4th and goal from just inside the 1-yard line. Do you take a chance? So the coaching staff here, do you get up under center and try to push it really quick with a quarterback sneak? Or do you try to take the quick 3 points and go up on the board first? Coach Hughes says, let's think about it. Let's come to the sidelines. So while both teams come to the sidelines, let's talk a little bit about what's going on here in this game from the coach's corner. A little bit of tidbit of happenings here of what the coaches were trying to do on this game is Ethan, as we know, has been really tough up the middle all year long. One thing that Coach Hughes and staff is wanting to try to get Ethan to do in this game is get him on the corner. They're going to try to throw a few swing passes and get him on the corner and use his speed and his agility and his strength in this game to try to, again, use all of those attributes to create an advantage for the Yellow Jackets against this CreekWood team because they are so strong. CreekWood comes into this game 2-1 on the year by a loss to Dixon County of 19-34 with that loss. They beat Greenbrier 14-3, and they beat Waverly 45-6. The Yellow Jackets come into this game 2-0 by beating East Tickman last week, and in the opening game, they beat East Robertson. Beat East Robertson pretty big, 41-27. 4th down. Bach in motion. Snap back to Bach. It's going to be, oh no, the team of Creekwood, they smell it out and they bring Bach down for a huge loss on the play. It's going to be smelled out and brought down. It was a trick play thought out that time by the staff of the Yellow Jackets, but Creekwood smelled it out and they bring the Yellow Jackets down. It's a loss and it's a turnover on downs, so the Yellow Jackets are not able to take advantage of the break on the muffed punt. So Hooper brings his team to the line of scrimmage for the first time. So at this point, the Yellow Jackets have run over 6 minutes off the clock before Hooper brings his team to the line for the very first time. Hooper is not so small himself at quarterback. Handoff left side is going to pick up a quick gain on the play of about 8 yards, so it's going to be 2nd down and 2. Number 5, Quay Talley is going to get the yardage of about 8 on the play, so 2nd and 2 for the Red Hawks. The Red Hawks have one back in the set. This time it's going to be number 6. That's Odom. Man in motion. This time fake to Odom. And Hooper keeps the ball. Hooper, though, is not able to get the first down. So a big 3rd down play by the Yellow Jackets on their first defensive series of this football game against Creekwood. Last year, Hooper got injured in the football game against the Yellow Jackets, and number 15, Lee, came in, and the Yellow Jackets totally dominated the game after Hooper was injured. Hooper this time takes a dive across the field, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to reach the first down territory, so we'll see.
Tuttle with the initial hit for the Jackets.
It depends on whether it's a left or right foot spot. It's going to be close. They're going to bring the chain gang in to see whether or not it's a first down. Creekwood has high expectations on the year, whereas the Yellow Jackets, with a coaching change, has low expectations on the year. In District 12A, the Yellow Jackets is predicted to finish 6th in the district, and it is a first down Creekwood. So Creekwood does get a first down with the right foot spot, as we call it, from the booth. Hooper brings the team to the line of scrimmage. Odom behind him. Man in motion. Big loss on the play. Handoff left side. Odom is going to be tackled for a loss on the play. About a 3-yard loss this time for the Red Hawks. 2nd down, 13 yards to go. Red Hawks. No score in the ball game early. The Yellow Jackets have had a couple of big breaks in the game, an opportunity to score early, have shown quickness. Red Hawks have shown a lot of the brass. Red Hawks with a handoff to Talley across the right side. He breaks across to the left side. He gets down the left side of the field, across the 40, across the 35, down close to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a big gainer on the play.
Number 5.
So the Yellow Jackets had it inside the 5, 1st and goal, and now a right foot spot gave the Red Hawks a first down, and Talley breaks a huge gainer down to the 33-yard line, where they'll have it 1st down and 10 against the Yellow Jackets. 1st down, 10 Red Hawks. Hooper brings his team to the line of scrimmage. In motion, Odom gets the ball, takes it around the left side, breaks 1, 2 tackles, He breaks actually 3 tackles, gets the ball down close to the 15-yard line, unless they spotted him out closer. Actually, they're going to spot him out closer to the 19-yard line, but still is going to be a first down. And I do want to say a couple of things here because we don't have a spotter in our booth, and Stacy Hare, who does the spotting for the football team, will be providing us halftime stats, at least tonight and maybe several other games toward the end of the year or as we go through the year. Hit immediately by the defense, brought down at the line of scrimmage, if not for a loss, is number 8 for the Red Hawks. And that's Hooper, which faked the handoff and tried to go around left end. It's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play. Second down, 13 yards to go for the Red Hawks from CreekWood. CreekWood again from Dixon County. Dixon County, the CreekWood team had to make about a 30-minute drive to Fairview to play this football game, so they have a great crowd here tonight as well on blackout night here in Fairview. Another great defensive play that time by the Yellow Jackets. Bach got up into the line of scrimmage, made a good slash through the line to bring down Talley that time. Talley was not able to get loose for a big gainer, by no means. Big third down play this time for CreekWood. Not only big for CreekWood, but also big for the Yellow Jackets. Shotgun formation this time by Hooper. 2 minutes, 30 seconds and counting down. Hooper goes across the middle. He's got a man open down inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. It's going to be first down goal for CreekWood. CreekWood has a man open going across the middle. It's going to be first down and goal. So we'll see if the Yellow Jackets can do to CreekWood what CreekWood did to the Yellow Jackets and hold them and keep them out of the end zone. Yellow Jackets has a player coming off the field with that's Bryce Douglas. A little gimpy on that play, got a little dinged up. Hooper under center, takes a quick snap, goes across the middle with a dive quarterback sneak, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So CreekWood takes first blood into the end zone touchdown, 6-0 lead against the Yellow Jackets. So recapping what just happened, Yellow Jackets had it first and goal inside the 5. They get snuffed on 4 plays. CreekWood takes over at the 5-yard line, drives 95 yards into the end zone, touchdown. Point after upcoming. Number 13 for the point after for CreekWood. That's Joy Stecker.
She said she wants to give him back.
CreekWood definitely, when you look at the stat sheet and look at the size of the players, has the advantage. And talking again to Coach Hughes before the game, Fairview knew definitely they're going to have to try to use their speed and agility to get outside and use that against CreekWood. And so far they've been able to do that. We just were not able to capitalize when we got inside the 5-yard line. We were close, just not able to push it across the G. Ready for the point after. Snap back is good, set is good. Ball is up and through the uprights. CreekWood takes a quick 7-0 lead. Not really quick. After 10 minutes has been played. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. It's 7-0 CreekWood. Yellow Jackets getting ready for the kickoff from Stecker and CreekWood. Fairview again coached by Chris Hughes. Head coach, he's been at Fairview Middle School for 12 years. Frank Simmons came with Chris with this new staff that's been put together. Mike Merritt also. Chris Butler
it might be a while.
works with the offense as well. You also have Steve Skelton, Ron King, Mike Motley, Chris Smith, Nathan Blankenship. You also have some other folks that come out and work with the team and does some spotting for the team, does a lot of other things from a volunteer role. You have the parents that come out. These folks that come out and do a lot of things from July and August and get ready for the season. There's a lot of folks that are involved with the program that makes all of this possible. And then you see tonight, perfect football night here in Fairview. So all of you that are watching this on Channel 3 or Channel 19, Channel 96, Channel 99, whether you're watching on Charter or AT&T, we really appreciate you coming in and watching the broadcast and hope you're enjoying the game. Somewhat of a short kick this time. This time a fair catch is called by the Yellow Jackets, where they'll have a good field position starting at the 29-yard line.
The ball will be spotted at the 29-yard line of the Yellow Jackets, where it will be 1st and 10 Fairview.
So far defensively, CreekWood has been able to, I'm going to use the term, smell out what the Yellow Jackets have been doing on offense, except for a couple of plays. The Yellow Jackets had a really good pass down to the 4-yard line earlier, but otherwise CreekWood has been able to bust the gaps, except for right here. Bach gets outside for a big gainer. It's going to be I believe a first down Yellow Jackets. Bach that time gets the handoff. He gets outside, and it's going to be a big gainer on the play. It's going to be a pickup of about 8 yards out to the 37-yard line. Bach used his speed that time, got outside as we were talking about earlier. It's hard to go inside against these big guys. Use your speed and agility and get outside. This time Raines moves it inside against the CreekWood big boys. First down Yellow Jackets. Moving close to 1 minute left here in the first quarter of action. CreekWood with a 7-0 lead against the homestanding Fairview High School Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets coming into the season 2-0. CreekWood coming in 2-1. This time Penner gets the snap back, and he's hit immediately. So the east and west trying to then turn it north and south game for the Yellow Jackets has been a little more difficult against CreekWood because CreekWood's been able to bust the gaps against the Yellow Jackets than the first couple of opponents. Not only is giving them their due, not only is CreekWood big, but they're pretty darn quick too. Snap back, shotgun formation, double reverse this time. Bach gets up the middle, but Bach is hit by I'm trying to get the number on that guy there. But he's hit after a pickup of about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and long Yellow Jackets. 3rd down at about 8. The Yellow Jackets may wait and let the time run out here in the end of the quarter. We'll go ahead and snap it back, run the play, pass down the field, and it's caught. I believe it's going to be enough for a first down. First down Yellow Jackets across midfield down to the 44-yard line. And I believe that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. Yellow Jackets trailing 7-0 against CreekWood, so we're going to switch sides of the field. So as we get ready for the second quarter action here, again, let's give credit where credit is due for bringing you guys all this great action that you get to watch on the replay. Students tonight that come out and, again, part of the production team, Yanni Parker, Martin Binkley, David Higgins, Ethan Allison, Jerica Hilton. Doing the commentary is myself, Tim French, Coaches Tape, Michon Ramey, and then Bob King, who is, again, producing all the tapes that you guys get to see. And the students that watch the game back, from what I understand, you get to watch it on the big screen out in the lobby and some of the smaller TVs throughout the school. And but these guys do an excellent job of putting the tapes together, editing out all of the fun stuff, and doing, again, just a wonderful job of putting this stuff together. And I know Tim and I get to have a great time doing this. Trying to roll out to the right side is Raines. Raines gets hit after he picks up a really nice, about 6 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a second down and about 4 yards for the Yellow Jackets. So far tonight, other than the one muff punt, it's been a relatively penalty-free night, and as sure as you say that, you know that you're going to start seeing a bevy of little hankies on the field, but so far, so good. Yellow Jackets come right back up under center. Raines under center. Quick fake handoff, and then goes back over the left guard. It's going to be a pickup of a first down, Yellow Jackets. Picks up just enough yards for the first down.
So he doesn't stand by his girlfriend. That's kind of low.
Last week when we went to East Hickman was coming off of a 2-0 start and really high and had a big crowd there, and took a quick early lead against the Yellow Jackets. And the Yellow Jackets definitely took a big steam out of their crowd when they went up big about a quarter and a half into the game. Big run to the left side this time, and there, as we called it, unfortunately there we have a flag on the play. You show, I don't know if you saw it or not, but one of the CreekWood players was acting as though he was being held, and they're showing a block in the back against one of the Yellow Jacket players. I don't know that I saw that. Definitely, it looked like they were both going in the same direction, and that negated a very big pickup on the play by the Yellow Jackets. So as the Yellow Jackets are moving down the field, momentum in their favor, trying to tie the score,
Dude, that is tight.
they get a big penalty after a big gain that moves them back where they're now first down and 20 instead of second down and about 2. And now they get another flag. Not sure what this flag is.
That'll cost them 5 more. The ball will be
5-yard delay a game flag. Let's see, I didn't see what the call was on that one.
First down, 25, Fairview.
Actually, still didn't see what the call was on that one. 5-yard penalty. It added 5 more to it, so it's now first down and 25. We do know that much. Good evening for everybody, though, that's here live watching the game. And we encourage everyone to come out and watch the Yellow Jackets, all the home games, and travel as much as you can. Pass out to Penner on the right side. Penner tries to break outside, but again, great pursuit that time by Talley. And also number 9 for CreekWood brings Penner down. And Talley had help with Bo Morrison, his CreekWood partner that time, to help bring Penner down after a very short pickup on the play. Second down and 21. So 7-0 lead right now for CreekWood.
It's actually pretty nice down here.
Barely into the second quarter. This time handoff to Penner going around the right end, and again, great pursuit this time by number 58 of CreekWood. They're just busting the gaps and not giving us any room whatsoever. And 58 give you some kind of a size differential there. 6 foot, 205-pound linebacker Ethan Bumpus puts Fairview at a third down and 21 spot. Shotgun formation, rolling to his left side, throwing the ball back across the field. Ball goes incomplete. He was throwing it back to Ethan Cassidy, who was, that was one of those plays where they'll try to get Ethan on the outside to get down the field. So now the Yellow Jackets are faced with 4th down and 21. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Looks like sure punting formation to try to pin back CreekWood, who is from Dixon County. Fairview lines up in punt formation. This time, Fairview fakes the ball. They snap it to the short guy. He hands off to the Fairview runner, which is right in front of him. But it does not fool Creekwood. So the Yellow Jackets, instead of punting the ball and pinning back Creekwood, they try the fake. And it does not go very far at all to the 38-yard line, where now Creekwood starts over with great field position, leading 7-0 in this football game. So a couple of, let's call them trick plays, I think that would be fair to say, has been used on the 4th down and goal from the 1, and on the punt opportunity there. Now breaking free this time is Logan for Creekwood. Creekwood gets the ball. He's running. He's diving for the end zone. He gets the ball across the goal line, and there's a touchdown, Creekwood. Creekwood takes a 13-0 lead against the Yellow Jackets. So Creekwood, after stopping the Yellow Jackets, kind of a big turn of events. The Yellow Jackets are driving to score and try to tie the ball game. You get a big penalty for blocking the back against the Yellow Jackets. Fairview tries a fake punt. They get the ball at the 38-yard line or the 34-yard line, and a 66-yard romp into the end zone the very next play. But the Yellow Jackets do break through, and they do block the point after, and it's no good. So Creekwood takes the advantage, 13-0 against the homestanding Fairview High School Yellow Jackets.
In the second quarter,
13-0 definitely is something that can be overcome. So again, we'd like to go ahead and give kudos to these students that are here doing a great job bringing you this telecast of the football game. Yanni Parker, Martin Binkley, David Higgins, Ethan Allison, Jerica Hilton. Doing the commentary is myself, Kevin Anderson, Tim French, Michon Ramey, and then Bob King, producer. And again, special thanks to the statistician that helps the football team out, Stacy Hare. They'll be helping us out throughout the year and from time to time giving us some halftime stats. So we'll be back here to hopefully score and catch back up in this football game with this kickoff from number 13.
Stecker to do the kicking for the Red Hawks. Back deep to receive, number 87, Bobby Bach.
As Stecker kicks the ball deep this time, it's picked up by Gertson, ball at the 10-yard line. Maybe he can break one here if he can get a gap. But Creekwood, I'm telling you, they're just filling every hole that we're trying to dig. 23-yard line is where the Yellow Jackets end up, and so this will be the deepest field starting position that the Yellow Jackets have had all night.
CreekWood is fired up. They came over here on a mission. Fairview's got to stand up, take this shot, and just respond the way I know that we can.
Well, I hate to say it, but right now it does look like that we've somewhere down the line, looks like some of our heads have dropped down a little bit, and I'm sure right now with the timeout on the field, the coaching staff are trying to fire their kids up, fire these young men up, and let them know that this game isn't over with.
Well, one thing for sure, Coach Hughes, he's a master at motivating these young men. He's done a great job all in the spring ball and summer practice in the early season. He does a great job of motivating them. He knows how to have that velvet hammer, as they say, and I am sure he's going to get those players fired up. And the rest of this coaching staff, a lot of them are experienced. Steve Skelton, Ron King, they've had a lot of experience with these players, and they know which buttons to push to get the best out of them, and I'm sure that's going to occur.
Well, Creekwood comes into this game 2-1. Their lone loss on the year was to Dixon County, 19-34, and they otherwise have beaten Greenbrier 14-3 and Waverly 45-6. So they've played some pretty decent talent on the year, and losing to a powerhouse Dixon County team only by 15 points tells you a little bit about the team themselves. Pass out this time goes just a little bit away from Caleb Duke.
Daniel under a little bit of pressure. He couldn't step into that the way he wanted to, so he did the best he could. He did the right thing. He threw the ball outside, so only his player had a chance at it. That's a mark of a lot of experience, a 4-year quarterback for the Jackets.
Staying in shotgun formation this time. Penner in motion. Shotgun back. This time Penner going, Raines going around the end. He doesn't have much room though. He gets outside the 25 to about the 27.5-yard line where the ball is spotted down. It's going to bring up third and long, third down and probably close to 7 yards to go. And the Yellow Jackets have been in third and long and second long all night long.
Did you see what that CreekWood defense did? He came right up to the outside. He got 2 yards into the backfield. He turned. He forced Daniel Raines back up in the middle where those linebackers could clean up.
Raines rolls to the side. Cassidy picked up 3 oncoming would-be sackers that time, and Raines got the pass away, but it was almost picked off that time, so the Yellow Jackets go back into punting formation with Tyler Emler to kick the ball away.
What's different tonight, Kevin, is that offensive line is not getting that push that we got earlier in the year. They're just not creating enough of a crease for our skilled players. And we've seen this before early in the East Robertson game, but they've got a lot of stamina, they got a lot of strength.
Great kick away, good spiraling kick, turns over, ball caught like it was supposed to with 2 hands this time, blocking the back. No flag. I cannot believe there is no flag. Unbelievable, no call that time.
That was awful.
That was obvious. 34-yard lines where the CreekWood team will take over on offense, first down and 10. That official, I'm not sure if he was checking his BlackBerry or what he was doing, but definitely was a block in the back there.
There have been too many occasions where I've seen an official have the perfect angle on the play and not make the call, and many times it's an official on the other side of the field who sees it and makes the call. That was blatant.
Well, and early in the game that changed the whole momentum when we were moving, the block in the back call that was made, you had our guy that was running, and again, we didn't have the angle on it, but it was hard to imagine how we had the block in the back because we were running and we were following the block. So anyway, we're down 13-0. CreekWood's doing an excellent job. We're doing an excellent job right now bringing down this runner. Stop on the play for a loss of 1 or no gain on the play at least.
It's number 25 with
loss of 1.
Number 25 with the key hit on the defensive team. I believe that's
Gorski.
Good play coming up there and stopping him from getting some momentum.
So the Red Hawks now with the momentum, we need to try to take that back from them with a hit that strips the ball away from them. But you can tell that they definitely have the size advantage. We just need to play smarter and do what we do best, and that's just basically what we're doing right now. Play smarter, get them on the ground.
Gang tackling shuts him down at the point of attack. Actually, the gang tackling shut him down before he got to the point of attack. Good job, Fairview defense.
6 minutes, 25 seconds, and counting down here in the first half of this football game. Yellow Jackets trailing 13-0. Red Hawks have controlled this football game except for a couple of drives where the Yellow Jackets had opportunities to score and they were not able to do so. Going back this time, the Yellow Jackets have pressure on the quarterback and he tries to get the ball away. He does, but the Yellow Jackets stop the opportunity.
Cavender, number 20.
Cavender brings him down for the stop.
Well, I'll tell you.
Well, actually, is that 28 or Cavender?
I thought it was 20, maybe 28.
It's Cavender, number 20.
You know, that's great hustle to get over there and make that stop, because if he doesn't, that play goes for some good yardage.
4th and 8. This is what we needed. We needed a stop to get the ball back so that the offense has a chance to put some points on the board before halftime. We almost get the block. Penner gets the ball. We have a chance now for Penner to break one. He gets outside, one man to beat, and he tries to run over him, gets down to the 40. It's inside the 50, down to Jackets.
I got to tell you, Kevin, if you're not going to beat him to the corner, I love it when a running back, punt returner, gets low and delivers the blow to the tackler. Devin Penner put the lowdown on number 15 on that play. Good job, Devin Penner. I love to see that.
Absolutely. Yellow Jackets come back out onto the field. Jaworski in the backfield. Behind Daniel Raines. Pass out. Gershon Hall. It's going to be a pickup of about 3 yards to Alex Gershon.
He was looking to make that cut back. He was one step away.
On the season, as he was talking about the running back, Penner. Penner's had 8 attempts on the year coming into this game. He's picked up 95 yards with 1 touchdown. His long on the year has been 25 yards. Caleb Duke, by contrast, has 3 attempts on the year for 55 yards, a long of 53 and 1 touchdown. Now here's a stat. In 2 games, our quarterback, Daniel Raines, has accounted for 7 touchdowns, 2 through the air and 7 on the ground.
Trying to get Ethan out there in space.
That actually doesn't go as a pass. That's a forward or a lateral back, getting the ball to Cassidy, trying to get him outside. Cassidy brought down after really no gain on the play. It's going to be a 3rd down and 6, Tim. We really, at this point, don't you think we're in 2-down territory at this stage?
Well, that's a tough call. Do you try to pin him down at the 1, or do you try to go for it and get a score before half? It's really.
Wow, that was really a good play that time by the defensive number 5 lineman, right? Was that 5 or the lineman?
5 came up and tipped it. Is that Taylor?
5 is. We'll look him up here on the sheet. 5 is Quay Talley.
Yeah, he came up and got a mid on it.
Well, the Yellow Jackets, they're not taking no time to make the decision. 4th down and 6, they're saying we're going for it. And now they're saying, never mind, we're going to call a timeout and think about it. Well, actually, the Red Hawks are calling timeout because they didn't expect the Yellow Jackets to make that quick of a decision. Tim, so far in this game, let's assess what we've seen. We've seen the Yellow Jackets get the opening kickoff. They were stymied immediately. They kicked the ball away. They get the first break of the night. The Red Hawks fumble the ball. We get on the ball inside their 40. We immediately take the ball down. 1st and goal inside the 5. Next play is 1st and goal at the 1. We have 3 attempts at the 1-yard line, and the opportunity to get it in from the 1-yard line, we don't do it.
You know,
that's a changing point in the game right there.
It's one of those, as we've talked, there's several situations a game that can be changers, and this is kind of reminiscent last night of, I know it's a heartburn for everybody in Tennessee, of the Titans game. They had 3 great opportunities to get it in, either a field goal or a touchdown, and we had dropped balls, and they were unable to get there, and it cost them that ball game.
Yep. Several things make up different things in the game. Back to throw the football. The Yellow Jackets get it out. A hustle gets it down inside the 30, and it's going to be close to the 1st down.
He's got it.
Waves his arms.
He's got it.
And it's inside the 30. 1st down. It's going to be a catch and a move of the chains. 1st down, Yellow Jackets.
Daniel Raines hit as he's throwing the ball, has enough strength to get it out there and give number 80.
That would be Hunter Branch with the catch, with the strength, with the push, getting the 1st down, Yellow Jackets.
Great job, Hunter. He was hit short of the 1st down, and he turned and took his defender for a ride, got the necessary yardage.
I'm going to tell you, CreekWood's hitting quickly. They're hitting us behind the line of scrimmage on every play, it seems like. So we're not getting the opportunity to use our speed to our advantage tonight, Tim.
Yeah, it looks like we're just... watching the game, it looks as if we're just a step slow, and I think some of that may be CreekWood is
a step fast.
Really, they're gapping us. They're guessing, and they've scouted us well, and they're hitting those gaps, and we just don't have any room.
Well, it looks like this time if we can get outside, Bach has a little bit of room, but he cannot get outside. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
See, that's just good discipline by that Creekwood team. You got the linebacker shooting the gap, making him bow. Then you've got the defensive back coming up and making the tackle. They have scouted us, and they are darned tootin'. They are not going to let us get to an edge.
Clock running. He did not get out of bounds. It's under 2 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first half of football in Fairview. Rolling right is Penner. Going down the field. Got a receiver. He gets it.
Is that Branch again?
Gets it down to Bach, it looks like.
Yeah, it's got the knee brace. Great play, Jack. It's
close to the first down.
They've got 6 people on the line. They've got their cornerback up. They are just really jamming us to keep that outside play away.
It's going to be another close 4th down play, Tim. We didn't get the first down. This is, oh, do we have a flag? Illegal procedure, so that means we had 2 men in motion. So it's going to be 3rd down now and 13 instead of 3rd and 8. I did not see the flag.
I didn't either.
3rd and 13. So erase all the excitement there, fans, but don't erase it because it was still a good throw and catch.
One of the things we've demonstrated.
Looks like we're going to be blitzed this time. They're going to bring the farm, and they are. Raines gets outside of it. If he can find a receiver, and he does find a receiver, but the receiver, hopefully he was out of bounds because that's going to be a huge loss on the play.
Yeah, we don't want that one caught.
Yeah, he was out of bounds, thank goodness, because now it's going to be 4th down and 13. So at this point, the coaching staff is going to make a decision. Do they want to go ahead and try to get 3, or do they want to go ahead and try to get 13 yards?
You look at that Creekwood defense, they've got that monster in the middle, and they've got 2 other players with good size, jamming 4 gaps, and then they've got 3 other people coming up, and then they've got a linebacker and their cornerbacks up. When you look at them line up, it looks almost as if they're in a 6-2, but they're not. They're just really bringing everybody up into the box.
So we're choosing to go for it again.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 players on the line of scrimmage.
So, Tim, at this point, we've got the ball spotted at the 30, is it the 32-yard line? 32-yard line, that's a 49-yard field goal. We know that Caleb Duke has the leg, so does Tyler Imler. Both of these guys can do it. We also have seen during the year our snap back has not been extremely crisp, and the put down on the tee has not been extremely crisp. Our timing has been off just a tad bit. So right now down 13-0, knowing with the way that we're playing, I would assume that the coaching staff is going to take their chances, which as we see, to try to go ahead and get the first down of the 13 yards. We have been successful throwing the ball down the field.
With them bringing 7 people up, I'm wondering if and it looks like he's spreading the field a little bit. He's kind of creating some space.
He's got Gershon on the left side. He's got Branch on the right side. He's going to throw the ball down the field. Oh, you got a close play there. Even if the ball would have been caught, I believe we were a little bit short of the first down. I don't think we went far enough down. It's going to be another 4th down incomplete play where it's a turnover on downs by the Yellow Jackets. That's the 3rd time tonight that we've done that. 1 minute and 34 seconds left. Creekwood has plenty of time and a couple of timeouts left to try to get another score on the board. Plus Creekwood gets the ball to start the second half.
Kevin, one of the things we've seen right here, though, is Fairview can get players open. We can throw the ball, and we may use the pass to open up the run in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely not out of this football game, and I expect us to come out and put some points on the board. And we've been very scoring efficient all year long. And, definitely looks like we have solved somewhat of the up-the-middle puzzle in the last couple of series.
It's a lot like that East Robertson game. Remember in the first half, we were concerned that size was kind of wearing our guys down. And then in the second half, our speed was wearing their size down, and we started to get more and more pressure. We got some turnovers. Then the offense started running downhill. We put a bunch of points up. I believe in the third quarter, we scored 3 times.
Second down, 14. We scored the first 7 times we touched the football against East Robertson. Shotgun formation this time, handoff still up the middle, and they get some room, and they break a couple of tackles, carry a couple guys with them. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for CreekWood.
CreekWood's playing it pretty close to the vest. Doesn't look like they want to risk any type of pass down the field. They don't want to turn over just before half.
With the lead, it's 35 seconds and counting down, and they just now blow the play in. So CreekWood, I believe, like you said, Tim, they're not concerned about trying to get the points. I believe if they don't get it here, they're just going to let the play clock run out. It wouldn't surprise me to see Coach Hughes call a timeout to try to make them punt the ball. Pass goes incomplete, doesn't have to. So CreekWood now will have to try to punt the ball, and you just never know. With our speed and ability, we could try to bust one here to get one all the way back.
I'll tell you something, Kevin, that I'm seeing on this CreekWood offense. They're looking a little sloppy these last 2 series. Remember we talked about that switch getting turned off.
I'm going to tell you what, I'm really surprised right there. I'm surprised about that. As much as I was in the Titans game with a couple of the Titans calls last night as well. No.
It's not going to be a first down. That'll make a 4th and 1.
That's going to be close based on the spot, Tim, from the angle we have. I think that's a first down. And it looks like it is. It's first down.
I thought it was going to be by half a yard short.
16 seconds left in the game. It's going to move it out to the 42-yard line.
They're going to take a knee.
They're going in the knee formation. So we're going to end the first half. The visiting CreekWood Redhawks have come to Fairview. They've made the 40-minute drive to Fairview to take a 13-0 lead into the halftime against the homestanding Fairview High School Yellow Jackets, who come into this game at 2-0 on the year. Fairview plays out of district against this solid big team from CreekWood, and other than a couple of big plays, really is all it's been for CreekWood. Fairview has held their own against this solid team. I firmly expect that the coaching staff, Tim, in the second half is going to come out with some really creative things to make the offense start clicking and not get themselves in those 3rd and 9, 4th and 12 situations. And I expect that we're going to put, and I'm making a prediction here, so I know I'm on camera, I'm going to make a prediction that we're going to put 20-plus points on the board and kind of stop them in the second half.
I'm not going to predict points, but
I am. I went on camera.
You are. You're right there. I see you. I think Fairview's going to come out the second half. They're going to spread the field a little bit more. They're going to recognize that that you saw that at the end of that drive, they had 7 and 8 players either on the line of scrimmage or within a yard of the line of scrimmage. I think Fairview's going to come out and spread the field a little bit. Maybe throw it in first down situations instead of second or third down, second and third and long. And when they do that, CreekWood's going to have to adjust, or they're going to have to say, well, you can beat us with the pass, but we're not going to let you have this vaulted running attack getting outside. Because you can see that's what they've keyed on all night. But I believe Fairview can have some success with that. And with the skilled players we have out there with Pinner and Gershon and Bach and Hunter Branch we've seen tonight, we can put some points on the board. And once that happens, that'll open up the middle of the field for the bus. So we should be able to put some points up on the board the second half. It's just critical that our defense can get out there and keep that pursuit up and shut this CreekWood team down before those big runners can get into the defensive backfield.
Well, going into halftime, let's go ahead and let everyone know again who makes this possible. Yanni Parker tonight is, let's go to the students first. Yanni Parker, Martin Binkley, David Higgins, Ethan Allison, Jerica Hilton. Doing the commentary tonight, it's myself, Kevin Anderson, Tim French. Coach's tape is Michonne Ramey. Bob King is the producer extraordinaire, as we like to call him, multifaceted. And Bob, the first 2 games of the year that you guys have been seeing, Bob went on the road with all the equipment, cameras and everything, set it all up, did the filming by himself, brought it back, and all the students helped him absolutely edit the stuff and put it out there for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you watch it and enjoy as much watching it as we enjoy doing it. So we'll be back for the second half, Tim. And I know you want to say something, so go ahead.
Bob King, I listened to the game. I watched it on TV the other night. That's a little plug. Bob King does a fabulous job of making us sound good.
Oh, I mean,
I don't know what he's doing.
We're well below average. We admit that.
Yeah, we're reaching up for mediocre, and he makes us sound good.
Definitely. All right, we'll be back for second half here in just about 15 minutes. Thanks. Hello, everybody. We're about ready here to start the second half, and let's recap what happened in the first half. Going into the first quarter, Yellow Jackets get the ball on the kickoff. They drive down. Actually, they don't drive down. They get 3 and out. They kick the ball away. Good spiraling kick is mishandled by CreekWood. The Yellow Jackets jump on the ball, recover the fumble, take that ball, drive it down inside the 5-yard line, where then from there, they're not able to punch it in, so they turn it over on downs. CreekWood then drives. They then punt the ball away. The Yellow Jackets don't do anything with their next possession. CreekWood then on their next possession, a couple of plays into it, they have a long run. They get about a 40-yard run down the field, end up a few plays later, first and goal at the 1-yard line. Quarterback sneak into the end zone, take a 7-0 lead. Yellow Jackets, throughout the first half, move the ball between the 20s, but we're not able to do anything for any points. So ultimately, CreekWood scores twice on touchdowns. The second touchdown, the Yellow Jackets did break through the line to block the extra point to stop the bleeding a little bit, to stop the score at 13-0. To give you some type of a overall statistical breakdown in the first half, Hooper for CreekWood passing was 2 for 3 for 19 yards. Receiving, the 2 receptions went to Odom for those 19 yards. Rushing, Odom with 8 carries for 83 yards. Hooper had no yards rushing. Talley, who broke that long run that I mentioned, the first long run, he had 2 carries for 53 yards. Odom had one of the long runs for the touchdown that basically made up his total of 83 yards. He had a 67-yard run after the Yellow Jackets did not make it on a 4th down opportunity. 67-yard run that made up his total. So you ended up with a total of 14 carries for 135 yards rushing. The Yellow Jackets, on the other hand, Raines was 7 of 15 for 38 total yards passing. Receiving for the Yellow Jackets, Gershon, 3 catches, 29 yards. Branch, 1 catch, 10 yards. That got the Yellow Jackets a big first down. Kick away to start the second half into the end zone. So moving forward here, Cassidy with 2 catches, only 3 yards. Penner with 1 catch with a -4 yards. Carries for the Yellow Jackets, Penner 5 for 3 yards net, Cassidy 4, 10 yards net. Raines 5 for 25 yards, Bach 4 for 6. Those are non-Yellow Jacket numbers, Tim, that I think we're going to see a difference here in the second half. The Redhawks come out again with possession of the football, and we'll see if the Yellow Jackets defense stays strong like they did in the second quarter of the football game. Handoff to the right side. Yellow Jackets unfortunately get a broken play out of it, and a good long run that time by number 5. Again, CreekWood Redhawks
comes out with a cutback type play. Quarterback fakes to one runner, hands it to Talley, cutting back the other side. They get good blocking at the point of attack, and he breaks the tackle in the backfield, and he goes for positive yards down the field.
So Talley on the night has had a couple of big plays. Other than that, he's been contained. First down, Redhawks now ball spotted outside the 35-yard line at the 37. First and 10. In motion, number 4, ball handed up the middle this time again to Talley. Talley carrying plenty of Yellow Jackets with him, not able to bring him down. Unbelievable skills that time by Talley, being able to just carry the Yellow Jacket runners with him, picking up 8 yards on the play when he should have been brought down for no gain.
Shows good strength, good drive in his legs. Fairview Yellow Jackets didn't wrap up when they hit him the first time, Kevin. They didn't wrap up and drive with their legs. That's why he was able to get that additional yardage.
I go back to a note that was given to me by Coach Hughes before the game, and it says, Creekwood is big and physical, and we will be at a huge size disadvantage. And we've actually seen that throughout this game. And right now we're seeing that Talley's just giving the ball. Well, that time it wasn't Talley. That was handed off to number 6, and that was Odom. Odom now, with that carry, may have gotten him close to 100 yards on the evening. It gets into the Yellow Jacket territory, so from the 20-yard line, over the 50, down to the 44, 43-yard line, we've already seen a pickup of 36 yards.
Yep, that Fairview defense is not swarming to the ball like they normally do, Kevin. Normally they get a lot of players at the point of attack to make a tackle.
Motion again, tall sweep out to the right side. Yellow Jackets don't pursue well enough on this play. Pickup of a quick 4 yards. Second down and 6 yards for Creekwood. Creekwood comes out, quick hitting the Yellow Jackets right now. They're going to say it's a gain of, it's about 4 yards. We're going to say second down and 6.
That offensive line looks like they're just zone blocking and moving people around and letting those running backs find the seam and take off.
Second down, 6, under center, man in motion again, handoff up the center. Yellow Jackets stop it this time.
That's the quarterback.
Actually, the ball was pulled back, handed to a different guy, and he goes for a first down. I was faked on the play.
I was too. I thought that was the quarterback running down through there.
That was something that I was warned to watch for, and that was the first time they got me tonight, but chalk one up for them. They got me, and not only did they get me, they got the defense. First down, 10, Creekwood, ball spotted at the 31-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Man in motion again, this time broken play, but broken play is going to go for big yardage. I think it's going to go for 6, and it does. Creekwood goes into the end zone, touchdown, 19-0 Creekwood. Creekwood on that possession had 3 broken plays. They go 80 yards on the drive. The Yellow Jackets look totally discombobulated on that drive, and we see some heads dropping on the sidelines, which we don't like to see by the Yellow Jackets, and the offense is going to have to come out and do something to get some type of momentum back to the coaching staff and also to the players.
I believe the quarterback was expecting Talley to come inside for that handoff. He came outside or around him, and he got the ball, and by that time the hole was still there, and Fairview was moving to it, and he hit the cutback seam, and he was all the way to the end zone.
Point after up and good that time by Stecker. Joey Stecker, 2 for 3 on the night for point after attempts. The score is 20, Creekwood, nothing against the Yellow Jackets scoreboard side. Now the Yellow Jackets each year has gone tough out of conference. And, you know, they've gone East Robertson, they've gone Creekwood this year.
Years past, Mount Pleasant, tough single-A team, always deep in the playoffs. We were in that division with CPA. I guess that wasn't a non-district game. But we have always, 2 years ago, we had one of the toughest first 5 games in the state.
Absolutely. And, you know, the Yellow Jackets, you know, they're looking to make the playoffs, and you know, their competition is going to have to come against beating, you know, the Marshall counties and the Lewis counties, the Giles counties. And right now they're getting a lesson of what they're going to be seeing against some of those other teams. And if they can take some of this information that they're getting in this game and make a comeback in this game, even if they don't win this game. If they can come back and put something together, then this is a great learning experience.
This could be a key drive for the Fairview team tonight, Kevin. If we can take this ball and go down and get 6, convert on the extra point, we're right back in it because we know we can score quickly.
I think this is a must drive.
This is a big drive for Jackets. We've got to do more than 3 and out.
Yeah, I think this is a must drive, Tim. We've got to get some points on the board. We go under center in an I formation. First time we've seen that all year. Second man through is Penner. Penner gets the ball behind the block of big Ethan Cassidy. They pick up 3 yards on the play. Penner puts his head down, crashes through the line of scrimmage. Second down, 7, Yellow Jackets. Stay, no huddle.
So putting that number 79 on the strong side of the field to take any kind of outside cutback away. Right now they're in a 4-3 set, but they've got those linebackers walked up right in all those gaps, and they've got those big defensive linemen just pushing forward.
Gershon to the left side, rolling to the right side. Daniel Raines sees a gap. He tries to break it inside, and unfortunately the linebacker comes up, number 44, and seals that gap quicker than I believe Daniel thought he could, and Daniel ends up getting no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 yards to go. In the previous 2 games, Daniel's been able to use his speed and agility to get away from those defenders and get big gains on those plays.
This is the best tackling team we've played this year, Kevin. They are not missing tackles at all.
That play wasn't, it didn't look like we had much opportunity right there to get anything from the very beginning. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they're putting that 6'9", 320 out there on the strong side, and he's just kind of taking up 2 gaps, and it's just making it easier for the rest of the CreekWood team to smother the ball, run to it, and gang tackle.
Did you say 6'9", 320?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How would you like to feed 6'9", 320?
I think somebody's probably working 2 jobs.
That would be like your whole family, right? 6'9", 320?
Absolutely. It would be all my kids added together and my wife.
Okay. Does that include your grandkids too?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll make sure.
Yeah, that's my son-in-law. He's 6'1", goes 250.
Defense, they're going for it. Take timeout. Timeout. Motion and strip. Number 85. Hey, Brian, listen.
At the 40 and go away from the kick receiver, and it's going to be spotted down around the 30-yard line, right at the 30-yard line is where it's going to be spotted by the Yellow Jackets. So CreekWood, who took the ball at the 20-yard line with their first possession in the second half and had no trouble of moving it 80 yards into the end zone to take a 20-point lead in this ball game, now has the opportunity for the second opportunity, or now has the opportunity for their second chance to take over with less yardage to go to move into the end zone to score more points. They only have 69 yards to go to score this time. First down 10, CreekWood. Still led at quarterback by number 8, and that's Blaine Hooper. Hooper on the night's only thrown 3 passes. 2 of those have been completed for only 19 yards, but they've not had to do anything but run the ball pretty much right up the middle.
Good hit at the point of attack. Yellow Jackets, that was a good hit by Ethan.
But they're picking up 5-6 yards just running right up the gut, Tim, and their size is doing that, and that was Odom that time that took it and ran right up the middle, I believe.
Yeah, the size of that line, I'm not seeing any kind of fancy blocking schemes out there. It looks like they're just blocking down, blocking out, reading their keys, and just making space for those running backs at the point of attack.
Second down 5 after a pickup of 5. Man in motion again, handoff again up the center. Breaks outside, he's going to get outside the first down marker. It's going to be another first down for Creekwood. Creekwood's just kind of picking their spots and running through, and for whatever reason, we're not able to get them on the ground tonight. We kind of finished up the second quarter. We looked like we had figured it out, and we were moving them back and knocking them on the ground, and now all of a sudden, they in turn have seemed to have figured us back out.
Yeah, they're not running any kind of long type of timing plays. They're running just quick, running that triple option, getting it to their people, the belly series, whatever you want to call it, and they're just banging, straight ahead banging. Look at them.
This time, quarterback Hooper runs the ball up the middle, gets tackled from behind, but not until, again, he had picked up.
Good read at the point of attack, stuck it into Talley's belly, rode that well into the hole, pulled it back, had the ball well hidden, good ball control, then turns it up and finds the seam, runs for good yardage.
Yeah, Hooper stuck it in the gut there that time, pulled it back out of Talley and ran it for 20 yards, got the ball down to the 32-yard line where it's now first down 10 for the Redhawks.
With the success we've seen of Creekwood running the ball, we know that Hooper can throw it because he's had a nice touch a couple of times down the field tonight. Fairview really needs to stand up here and shut these guys down.
Pulls it back out again. He's got the option open to him, and he decides to keep it again, and he's going to go for 10 yards. So right now, Hooper is the attack. And we showed his numbers in the first half running the football, and they were not anything totally phenomenal. Hooper ran the ball 3 times for nothing. He had 0 yards in the first half running the football, and in this half, Hooper has been the offense of running the football.
Well, they've had so much success with Talley and the other running back. Fairview is now coming up there, and they're hitting them in the hole. Hooper is wisely pulling that ball back, and he's getting around the end before anyone sees him from the Fairview defense.
And Hooper's keeping it again. He's like, hey, this is my game. I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing it. Goes around right in, gets hit by 3 Yellow Jackets, but not until after he didn't get hit until he picked up 3 yards, and then he carried a couple of guys with him for a couple more and gets a gain of 7 yards, Tim. It's going to be second down and 3. I know Coach Hughes he knew that we were going to be a little bit undersized going into this game.
Well, look at Hooper, Kevin. He's 6'2", 190. He's not a small guy himself.
No, he's not.
And Fairview, they're just banging on us, and Fairview needs to get up there and come up with a play.
Second down and 3. Hooper brings his team to the line of scrimmage again. Same set. Man in motion, this time coming left. This time handed off up the middle. He's got room, gets outside, hits inside the 10-yard line, inside the 5, inside the goal line. Touchdown Creekwood. Creekwood's breaking this game open, 26-0 Creekwood.
One of the things that made that play go was the ball handling of the quarterback. He turned around, handed that ball back with his right hand, with his back to the line, and they continued that fake down the line, and the Fairview defense spread. They thought he was taking it around the end again.
Well, one thing to note that a lot of you guys, when you watch this game, that you may or may not have known about the Fairview team coming into this game based on the rankings, AP rankings. The Yellow Jackets come into this game ranked number 8 in the 3A AP poll. In addition to that, in the state of Tennessee, they're ranked number 1 in the Strength Plus Success rankings in the whole state of Tennessee. That's Strength Plus rankings. And that's going to take a pop tonight with the 27-0 deficit that we're facing right now in the third quarter.
There is no doubt that Fairview has played some phenomenal football this year, Kevin. And sometimes this kind of article, well deserved, it's just the wrong thing you want your players looking at before a big home game.
Well, not only the players, but the staff too.
Yeah,
and you don't mean that in a negative way.
And you also don't want the other team seeing it. You really like to see that come out on Saturday afternoon.
Absolutely. Right after you play them, they'll say, "Wow, we got beat by a team that was really good." And instead of bulletin board material of look who we're going to be playing and getting them fired up to play that ranked team.
Because there's no doubt about it, Creekwood is bringing their AA game tonight. And as we said in the first half, Fairview they haven't looked as crisp and as energetic as they've looked their first 2 games.
Stecker to kick off again. Gets the ball away. Gertson with the reception. Breaks it to the center of the field. Again, has no room because all the gaps and all the holes are filled by the CreekWood Red Hawks. The Hawks have definitely been everywhere the Yellow Jackets have tried to be in this football game tonight. And to their credit, to their coaching staff's credit, they've done an excellent job of scouting us tonight.
They came prepared, and their players are ready. As I said, they're bringing their AA game, and they have played a very disciplined, mistake-free ball game tonight. And you look at their players, they're all clean, their uniforms, they're looking spiffy. You know, they're looking sharp out there, and they're playing sharp. You like to see that in a team. Well, sides, you and I are homers, and I want Fairview to come back and score 35 here, and just take us home with a victory.
I'm not sure, but is this the first penalty against Red Hawks tonight? Which has been another thing that they've done is they've stayed pretty much penalty-free.
That's what I was saying. They've played a very disciplined ball game. You haven't seen turnovers from them other than that punt in the beginning.
Yep.
And you haven't seen penalties from them, although they missed the block in the back earlier.
No, they didn't really do that, did they?
Yeah,
Pitter gets the ball across the middle. He's got a little bit of an opening. He's tackled from behind. So Pitter gets the first down, picks up 7 on the play. First down, Yellow Jackets. Again, Tim, you're looking at a score of 27-0. You still have a little over 15 minutes left in this football game. We've seen this team rattle off 28 points just like that. But we defensively have got to stop CreekWood in addition to scoring. So it's got to be a two-way street for the Yellow Jackets to get back in this game. Yellow Jackets get across the field. Quick hit, quick pass to Gertson. He picks up a quick 8 on the play. Good hit. Second down and 2.
Good hit by CreekWood, but he knocked him forward for another 3 yards. We'll take it. That's what the Jackets need. They need a little bit of positive plays, get that confidence going, get us moving up and down the field, get some touchdowns going for us, Kevin.
Under center this time is the Yellow Jackets. In motion is Cassidy. Toss out to Cassidy, but the flag is on the ground, so we're going to see what the flag is. Offsides again is against CreekWood, which is going to give the Yellow Jackets another first down.
You know, one of the things I'm seeing or not seeing tonight, Cassidy is not seeing a lot of touches tonight, Kevin, and that's normally this year's offense is a lot different, but he normally gets the touches, and that keeps that defense honest. And I'd like to see him get a few more touches, maybe out in space, or even that dive play he runs so successfully. But we need to use the bus.
Looks like they're going to run the same play that he had set up before. They get him outside, and he gets tripped up on the play. He picks up about 2 on the play, maybe 3. Second down and 7 yards to go. Clock running. Clock right now is definitely in the favor of CreekWood. Ball across midfield. Shotgun formation. Rains under center. Same formation. Looks like this time we're going down the field with a pass. Pass is thrown short, intercepted by CreekWood. It was set up well. We were behind the defense that time. That could have gone deep, but the pass was thrown short by Ethan. It was perfectly set up. It looked like we were going to run the same thing for the 3rd time for the night, but Ethan unfortunately threw the ball short, but we definitely had 2 receivers behind the defense. Ethan just threw it short.
And he was throwing it to the right one.
Yep.
He gets a little bit more air under it, and that's a successful play for the Yellow Jackets.
That's kind of summarizes the whole night.
Yeah, we've just been a step slow and a yard short on the passes.
That's true. First down 10, Red Hawks after the turnover of the Yellow Jackets, and that's one thing the Yellow Jackets have been really good at this year, of limiting their number of turnovers. Now it all of a sudden seems that we're in flag central.
Yeah, CreekWood had a couple guys going in motion. We had number 4 moving, and then we had a flanker coming back across. Was going to get the handoff. I guess you call him not a flanker, but a running back coming from a flank position.
First down, 15 yards to go. CreekWood ahead in this ball game, 27-0. 7-0 against the home-standing Yellow Jackets for Fairview. CreekWood stayed in the same offense all night long, somewhat of an option style game. I'm not real sure.
Do we have an inadvertent whistle or the player's helmet come off? Does that stop play?
I'm not sure what the... Not real sure what the inadvertent whistle was for. Was there a flag on the play?
I think it was an inadvertent whistle when the player lost his helmet. They might have mistaken that. I'm not sure, Kevin.
May have been an equipment failure.
It's a do-over. Still first down.
Yep, inadvertent whistle do-over. And we had them pinned. That would have been the 2nd down and 15. So we're just going to say tonight basically might be CreekWood's night. So when everyone's editing the tapes tonight, erase that prediction of the extra points that I thought we might get in the second half. No, don't edit that, because I want this to fire the team up. We do believe in them, and we do think they're going to get the points throughout the year. In motion this time, handoff up the middle, or a keeper up the middle this time. Fake handoff, keeper up the middle, Hooper. He's going to pick up about 6 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. We're kind of keeping up with all the other teams in the district. I mean, definitely the Yellow Jackets they have a tough road to hoe. And tonight has to be seen as a learning experience. Hooper back to throw the ball. Pump fakes. He's going to try to get away. Gets down the field. Has a receiver. Broken coverage that time. Ball is down on the field. The Yellow Jackets try to get it, and unfortunately, they cannot get on top of the ball. One of those nights, guys. Just one of those nights. We knock the ball away from the receiver. We jump on it. It squirts away from us. The offense gets back up on top of the ball. First down, 10, CreekWood.
What was he by chance trying to lateral that back across the field? I mean, he couldn't have been because the guy was in front of him. But that's what it looked like.
The ball was punched out, kind of like what we saw with the Titans last night.
He's down. Got a player down for CreekWood. And I believe it was. That might be was it 18 on the catch?
Couldn't tell. But we did we broke the coverage. We had good coverage.
We shut the play down. We had pressure on the quarterback. He finds one guy.
We did everything right. We broke down. We made the mistake. They completed the pass. So then, to cover up for our mistake, we come in from behind. We knock the ball loose. Jump on the ball to get the turnover.
And the ball squirts out.
And we hit it with our knee, basically, when we're jumping on it. And we knock it forward. Then they jump back on the ball after we knocked it forward. So not only did we not get the ball, we gave them an extra probably 5 or 6 yards. So just, again, one of those nights. And you know the coaching staff, when they play this tape back, they're going to say, wow, guys, here's what we did. Here's what they did. Here's what we can do better. And here's what we're going to do in our next game against Marshall County to win that football game.
Fairview players taking a knee
out of respect for the injured player.
And they look, this has been a hard-hitting affair. And Fairview's players have been playing hard. They just, as I say, CreekWood came with their AA game, and I just don't see the Yellow Jacket team we've seen the first 2 weeks, Kevin.
Their player is up off the ground. It's number 12 that was down. And it looks like he's up off on his own ability, and it's Tyler Adkisson. I'm glad to see that, of course. But again, at the end of the third quarter, clock runs out. We're going to switch the ends of the field. But as we switch the ends of the field, let's again give kudos to the folks that are bringing you this replay of tonight's game. Yanni Parker, Martin Binkley, David Higgins, Ethan Allison, Jerica Hilton. These young folks came out tonight to make sure that you had the right camera angles, had all the things that make the broadcast enjoyable for you guys to sit at home and watch. And myself, Kevin Anderson, and Tim French calling the game for you. I hope that you can bear with us calling the game. And Michonne Ramey, with Bob King being the producer and the teacher, teaching all of these kids, young adults, how to edit the film and how to handle these cameras, these multi-$1,000 cameras that the school has in their toolkit. First down 10, Creekwood in motion again. Back to throw the ball. Is going to be sacked. No, he's not going to be sacked. He's going to try to throw the ball away. Intentional grounding. Intentional grounding. Does not get the ball past the line of scrimmage. No receiver in the area. Intentional grounding any way you want to see it.
Yeah, he didn't get it past the line of scrimmage, did he? He was well short of that. Lost it down. That's good, Spark.
That's a big penalty right there. Lost it down. Ball moved all the way back to the 33-yard line. See, 33-yard line. The original was the 18-yard line. That's a 15-yard penalty. So that's going to be second down and 25 yards to go for Creekwood. So we get into the fourth quarter here. The Yellow Jackets trail 27-0. Stranger things have happened. Bigger comebacks have been made in high school football. Handoff up the middle. Yellow Jackets smell it, see it, take care of it. Brought down at the 35-yard line. No gain on the play. Matter of fact, a loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be third down and 27 yards to go.
Big Cody McNeil coming in there to give number 71 a blow. 71's coming. He's limping a little bit. Got a little hitch in his get along.
Yeah, Chapdelaine out of the game.
Number 45 goes back in for Cody McNeil.
.45 is Cavender, Dalton Cavender. In motion this time. Back to throw the ball. And is dropped this time.
That's that same play they tried to run before half.
Sure is.
And Hoover just doesn't seem to be comfortable with that play. That's 2 really bad passes he's thrown on that same play.
So now that's going to bring up fourth down and I'd say probably a counting. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line, so they're probably going to angle kick this, I would imagine. Penner's going to go back just in case he has an opportunity to return this. I think he is anyway.
Standing at the 20. Now he's moving back up. Not enough players. And the flag goes up.
It's a very short kick that's touched at the 20-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. Illegal procedure against Creekwood, which I would imagine is going to be declined by Fairview. They'll take the ball at the 20-yard line. Wouldn't you imagine, Tim, they'll go ahead and take it instead of take a chance with the ball getting kicked inside the 20?
Well, it looks like they're going to have him kick it again. But yes,
well, they're going to take a chance of blocking the kick, and based on what they just saw, they don't feel that the kicker has enough leg to...
Did he penalize him 5 yards?
34, I don't think so. No, it was at the 30. I'm not yeah, he did. So the ball kicked out of bounds at the 18-yard line. So instead of the ball at the 20, the ball is at the 18-yard line, but the Yellow Jackets almost did block the kick. So the gamble was a 2-yard gamble.
Yeah, they wanted to get a big play. They were going for it.
And at this point, you know, the Yellow Jackets are trying to make something happen. And so I would imagine at this point as well, they're going to try to use the speed on the outside to get some passes down the field.
What?
Sure they had the chain set or something. I'm not.
Yeah.
What was the violation there?
Violation of
Offsides.
the neutral zone, offsides. Lined up in it.
First down 5. Yellow Jackets, shotgun formation. Cassidy back there with Daniel Raines. Raines back. Receivers in the set. Scott Gertchen back out there on the left side, out at the 34-yard line. Good throw, good catch. First down, Yellow Jackets. 33-yard line is where it's spotted. Yellow Jackets, a few more of those down the field. Get some confidence going. Clock stops on the first down. Get some respectability here with some scores. Tried to get Gertchen going down the field. He got him going. Almost intercepted. Gertchen became the defender on that particular play. They tried to do the fake out and then down.
Yeah, but he almost, as a defender, he almost came back and got it. Nice attempt by Alex Gertchen.
He's definitely a receiver that has hands that doesn't lose the ball very much at all. Duke in the game. Penner out. We've also seen Gertchen out. I think we're one player short, so Penner back in the game. At the left wide receiver spot, so we got 3 receivers in the motion. Penner wide open. If he can get down the field, he's got a he's behind by the linebacker, number 44. Penner caught down, knocked out of bounds at the 20.
He's hurt.
6-yard line. Hopefully this is just a cramp.
Yeah. See what they do.
But we definitely had them in a defensive misalignment that time. And Penner, if he could have just gotten one more step or one more high step, I believe he had number 44 beat that time.
Well, Penner came to the sidelines like he was talking to the coach.
Well, I believe he was coming out, and Gertchen came out.
And he stepped back.
Caleb Duke went in, and they had one less player. Penner stepped back on the field and stepped back in as a receiver, which he normally doesn't do. And really, to Daniel Raines' credit, he saw that, and he took the fly pattern and hit him on the fly, dead square on the fly.
Man, this week they'll have Devin doing those old kick-out drills.
Yes, they will.
So when that guy comes up behind you and you sense him coming, you do that kick out. So when he dives for you.
First down 10, Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets got some mo going. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. Reach out here of the window, and we have 9 minutes and 45 seconds left. And we encourage everybody that's watching these broadcasts, these young men and these coaches work their tails off during the summer, during the hot parts of summer, to get ready to play football. We really encourage you guys to come out and support these guys, not only in the home games, but travel with them. Go support them, go yell, go scream, go support, just do whatever you can to let them know that you're there, wanting them to do as best they can.
Yeah, you're right. But the kids, the school, you need to get out and support these players. summertime, we all take it a little bit easier, a little bit slower. These players are lifting weights, they're running, and it's a real physically taxing thing, and the coaches are out there giving it their time. So support these guys and tell them how much you like them.
We got Cassidy on the outside. Got one man to beat. Cassidy gets knocked down at the 10, at the 11-yard line. It's another first down, Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets on the move. Yellow Jackets, this is what we've been seeing all year from them. It's taken just a little bit of time, but they have made a move. Down 27-0, but they're about to put some points on the board, it looks like.
They're throwing the ball outside. They're beating that containment with the pass.
Shotgun formation again. Cassidy in the backfield.
Nothing.
Raines is absolutely smothered that time. They smelled that time, and Cassidy had 4 guys to try to block. I'm not sure how they all got through.
That was a jailbreak.
That definitely was a jailbreak.
I'd like to put a technical spin on it, but that was just a jailbreak by the defensive line.
Yeah, there's a lot you could call that, but
or some linebackers, because I know 32 is in there. Look at how many they've got.
They're coming again. One receiver out in the field there. Gets the pass out to him. I can't see who that is. Is that Bach?
87.
87, Bobby Bach catches the pass. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Boy, it's nice being able to read those numbers, even when they're on the other side of the field.
Yeah, it is. And the white jerseys with the yellow numbers, for old guys, that's tough to see.
I'm going to start breaking
shotgun formation. Raines back. Throws the ball down the field into the end zone.
Oh, almost
knocked down. Ball intended that time for Caleb Duke.
I think he's going to Gershon across the middle. And Gershon was coming, and I think he was going to him. Could have been Caleb Duke up short. But it looked to me like he saw Gershon.
Penner in the game this time for Duke. So the Yellow Jackets, for the 5th time tonight, is going to have a 4th down, and
we can get a first down on the goal line. Or is it on the 1?
We can get a first down at the 2-yard line. Rolling out this time to get away from the rush. Get the ball into the end zone, incomplete. So we turn the ball down for the 5th time tonight on downs. So kudos to Creekwood.
Daniel had to throw that just a little bit earlier than he wanted to. Penner was breaking open, but they were getting the heat on him, and he had to step up and throw it just a little early.
7 minutes and 58 seconds left here in the football game. The play, it seems like one play in each drive, Tim, is turning our momentum, and we're not able to overcome that one play in each drive.
Right, and on that drive, it was that, I don't know if you call it the quarterback keeper or the quarterback sweep, whatever they call it.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line, and the jailbreak, as you call it, lost 7 yards, and boom, we didn't overcome it.
Right, and the next play gains back 6 of that lost 7, but you still got 11 yards to go. And it tightens up your playbook. Plus, this, when you get that close to the end zone, it really makes it easier to defend.
Maybe some of the Titans defensive coordinators are watching this game and listening to this, because this is what they should have been doing. It's what Creekwood is doing. They should have been bringing the pressure last night against Pittsburgh instead of rushing 4 and giving them all night long.
You know, it was weird. I know we're switching games.
Pittsburgh was doing that.
Yeah, they were. The Titans brought the pressure until the end of the game, and then at the end of the game, they went straight 4-man. Yeah,
they go prevent, start playing 14 yards, 15 yards, really probably 6 or 7, but it looked like 14 or 15 yards off the receivers.
I think Chuck Cecil will learn from that game, and I think the offense will learn that they have to convert when they get down deep.
Oh, fumble on the field. It looks like the Yellow Jackets may have the ball.
One other thing, Justin Gage is going to learn that 3 drops in the NFL is not good for a long career.
Recovered back by the Creekwood team. Got a little excited there. Looked like the Yellow Jackets jumped on the ball, but they did not. Fumble that time by the quarterback. But Hooper was able to jump right back on the ball, so sorry to get off track there.
That's been the kind of night it's been for us, Kevin. We get a fumble, we got a guy there, and we don't come up with it. It just
3rd down 10 handoff, faked, roll around the side with Hooper. Hooper does not get the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down and the punting situation by Creekwood.
Fairview defense hanging tough, Kevin. I mean, 2 series in a row, we forced them to punt late in the game. And I think, wasn't that Creekwood's first punt?
Creekwood has punted a couple of times tonight.
Did they punt in the first half?
I believe they did.
Did they?
Well, I know they were going to punt toward the end of the half at least, and then we jumped off sides, but
like to see a nice return here. Devin's got the wheels. Oh, another close one.
If he can get outside here, he's got a possible block.
Gershon, what a block. Waited till the player turned
I sure
around.
hope they don't throw a flag on that.
They can't. He waited till that player turned around and he hit him right in the chest.
That was a block, buddy.
Great block, Alex Gershon.
That should get you a score right there.
Yeah, and Devin Penner needs to buy him a Coke. That was a great block to spring him.
Ball spotted at the 34-yard line inside Creekwood territory. We've had plenty of offensive opportunities. We just have not been able to take advantage of it.
Oh, he went to Gershon. Is incomplete. Number 32 got his hands on it.
Well, one thing that Tim, that as announcers, we definitely call ourselves homers. We declare that up front. We call the game as we see it. We also make comments that are sometimes throughout the year controversial as homers. This time pass going down the field, got Penner open, just a tad long. Would have been 6 if it would have been just about 3 yards shorter,
Or a little more air.
But one thing that that we talked about early in the game was what would we see when Fairview got down in the game? Would we see the players on the sidelines? Would we see their heads drop and get down?